Welcome back, guys. We have a Knifebox channel exclusive Para3 today from Spyderco. So my friend Alex over at the Knifebox channel is a Spyderco modder extraordinaire. Okay? He can't leave well enough alone, and he starts modding them up, man, and he does a great job, and he comes up with some cool designs and things. So, as you know, you saw the unboxing a week or so back, and he sent me up like, I don't know, seems like 20 freaking custom Spydercos. But so we're just getting through them one by one, and this is the Para3. And I believe that they call it Para3 where they call the Paramilitary 2 a PM2. But the Paramilitary 3, they don't call a PM3, they call it a Para3. So, I don't know. I'm not in the clique of the Spyderco fanboys that knows the right nomenclature. So, I believe it's a Para3. But that's what I'm going to call it for this video. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's happened once or twice in my life, so ideal. Let's just go through the specs, and then we will talk about what Alex has done to this cool knife. 4¼ inches closed, 7 1/8 overall. The blade is 2.93 with a 2.6 cutting edge. It is made out of crew wear. It is 0.143 blade thickness with an overall thickness of 0.461 minus the clip. Runs on phosphor bronze washers. It is the compression lock and weighs in at 3.2 ounces. Okay? I'm not even going to go into the compression lock and what my thoughts are on it. It works great. It's fidgety. It's not my favorite. We'll leave it at that. Okay? So let's start at the blade. This is a 3-stage secret recipe forced patina that Alex did himself on the blade. And it looks pretty cool. Again, maybe one day I'll start messing with my knives and modding my knives. I don't know. Right now, as I've said before, I keep them all just stock. I never touch anything. I barely take them apart. I send them back to the manufacturers. I don't want to mess it up. These are Python micarta scales, which I think look really cool. Okay, the scales are really cool on this guy. And then he has an aftermarket clip, and I think it's a Lynch clip, but I think it is. I am not the modder Spyderco expert. Okay, we'll zoom out a little bit. Now, the Para3 is an interesting knife to me. Okay, it's got a decent size handle, but a short, stubby blade. Like, I don't know. So if I compare it, and we'll get into more size comparisons, we'll kind of run through the normal deal, but, it's kind of Delica size. The whole knife overall. Wow, and I'm just now putting these side by side. Interesting, actually. The Delica is different, right? It's much thinner. It's smaller. It feels small in the hand. And it hasn't been my favorite, right? This particular version, I love because it's got glow-in-the-dark scales, and I'm into that glow-in-the-dark, right? With my watches, with my knives, with my little 3D printed loom monsters and little action figure. Okay. And it's got the backlock, which is also not my favorite because it's not very fidgety. It's two-hander and all that, right? But I didn't realize until just now it's basically the same size as the Para3. Now, I'm sure a ton of you guys are watching are like, dude, what is this guy? Is he an idiot? He didn't know that the Delica and the Para3 were the same thing and the same size? Yeah, no, I didn't. I don't know everything. Okay? I am a Spyderco fan, but I am not a Spyderco super detail fan, if you will, right? Like Star Wars. Okay? I'm a fan of Star Wars. I've seen all the Star Wars movies, okay? I enjoy them, and I'm a fan. I've got a buddy who's a super freak fan. And he knows the names of everybody. He knows the timeline of this one versus that one. And, oh, when so-and-so did this in movie number 27, that really flashes back to movie number 3 when Luke Skywalker did this thing. And I'm like, really? Oh, okay. I didn't know. But so I'm a Spyderco fan, but I'm not the super freak fan. So I didn't know that these were the same thing. Okay? They're not the same thing, but yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's interesting to me. And the Delica's too small for me. I wouldn't really own or carry one. Now, the PM2, it's a different animal. This thing is much bigger, and we'll compare it. And the video is still coming on this one. I did the Tonto one already from Alex. But I thought this was a good comparison. The PM2 versus the PM3. Now the PM2 is much more in my wheelhouse. Okay? Fits better in my hand, feels better choking up. Like I can get behind this more. Even in the compression lock, because this particular variant of the compression lock on Alex's stuff is so fast I can't even close it right. But we'll talk about that in the video for this guy. But I just wanted to kind of compare because I think it's worth comparing the Para3 and the PM2. Okay? But this is a very cool knife, and I'm super excited that Alex sent it up, even if the size is not for me, because it's a little bit too small and odd. Okay? So, a couple of normal size comparisons here. Let's bust out the Sharpie. The Quiet Carry Waypoint, which is going to go with me to Hawaii. I go to Hawaii over the 4th of July weekend of 2021 when I'm filming this. And I am going to take the Quiet Carry. And I'm going to maybe try and see about doing a quick video like from the beach or something with the Quiet Carry. Here's the Kubi KB237. Okay, no promises on the video from Hawaii. I just don't know how that's going to work and how that's going to really look. And I am much more comfortable doing videos here in my house alone in my quiet little dark studio than on the beach in public in Hawaii. I don't know about that. So here is the Hellraiser P series next to the Spyderco Para3. So very cool knife. Cool guy that sent it up. And yeah, continuing my Spyderco saga right now with the modded Spyderco series. So I will have this linked. I will have this in my Spyderco playlist, which I will link down below because I've done a bunch of Spyderco videos. So I've made a playlist and put them all together. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Thanks, guys.